YouTube, we're back for the final refurb tour, and this is the last visit. So whilst not everything is completely finished, we're only about 1 week away from finishing. So I wanted to share the final results with you. As you can see from this room, very white, very fresh, but everything has been replastered, painted, and we're just about to have the new radiator fitted as well. New carpets have just gone down, so it's looking good, it's looking fresh and ready to be rented. But let me show you the kitchen. It's my favourite part of the house. So as a kitchen, I'm really impressed with and happy with. And as I've already mentioned in a previous video, this is from Magnet. I got a trade discount, and yeah, I went very simple. I went marble countertops, in marble effect, not actual marble. And then I went for handleless grey cupboards, which I think look great. And then just some white subway tiles behind. If we carry on through, I put some nice grey lino flooring down, again very cost effective, matches everything else in the kitchen. So heading into the bathroom, I think this also looks really nice. I think the tiles make it, the builder's done an excellent job. I've actually managed to save a bit of money here, and the way I've done that is by buying a 3-piece suite from B&Q, which is actually very price competitive. Same with the tiles. I just think tiles really do make a good impact to a bathroom, so it's worth doing. And yeah, as I say, I think it looks really nice. Yeah, I've managed to save a bit of money here, which is good because I slightly overspent on the kitchen. But if we head back on ourselves, so just a couple of quick tips before we head on upstairs. First of all, the kitchen. I very much have worked with the same layout for the kitchen. Why have I done that? Well, it's a good cost-saving exercise. Whilst we want to, do extravagant things like move the kitchen and change the layout, move the bathroom, if you want to keep your refurb at a reasonable level, then I highly recommend trying to work with what you have. So particularly as it's a buy-to-let, you don't need to go too extravagant. I went to Magnet, Howden's, got quotes and said, look, this is the layout of the kitchen. Can you design me something similar? The builder can then keep the gas pipes in the same place, can keep the water pipes in the same place, can remove the old kitchen and literally put a new one in. And hopefully can spend more time actually getting the fit right and the quality of the finish on the kitchen right, rather than spending lots of time and money sorting out the pipe work around it. And same for the bathroom. Another quick thing just to mention is the fireplace just behind me. So the fireplace, I of course mentioned that I'd like to have got rid of. However, when we reviewed it in more detail, and actually there's a chimney stack behind, well, it was going to come in at about £400 or £500 to remove it and support it in the right way. So removing it is just not a necessity. It doesn't take up too much room out of the dining room, and potentially it maybe adds a little bit of character as well. So we've left it in there, we've painted it over it and just made it look really fresh. So the master bedroom, you've seen a couple of times before. This is completely finished now. And obviously all the carpets are throughout the house. We've got the brand new doors just about to go on as well, and the radiators have just been installed. So nice box standard room, very white, very fresh, just ready to be rented out. I don't know what else I want to say here. And then last of all, bedroom 2, of course, very similar to bedroom 1, just this has got a little bit more work to be finished and literally just needs to be painted because everything else has been done, new radiators, full plastering, yeah, full painting. So again, good size double. Now this next tip I just wanted to share for all of you remote investors, and that is from my point of view, is the importance of working with like a build team, because my refurb potentially is coming in at about 17,500, which is of course over what I wanted to spend. However, I've been very much hands off. I could have probably bought this refurb in at maybe £14,000, maybe 15,000 if I'd used individual trades. However, my stress levels would have been up here. Delays could have been, could have happened as well. Arguably, I could have even done a lot of it myself, of course, with help from friends and family, and brought it in maybe even at £10,000, £11,000. But the thing is, there's a lot to be said about keeping a project moving quickly. There's a lot to be said about bringing a professional in, taking yourself out the equation so that then you can scale it a bit quicker. So that's why I chose to work with the builder. And yeah, whilst there was a delay at the beginning, I'm really happy with the progress that he's made, particularly in the last month, and the quality of work as well for the bathroom and kitchen. And for those of you that are interested, I thought I'd share the numbers with you as the last part of this video. Now, in terms of the refinance, well, I haven't actually refinanced the property yet, as I'm still in two minds as whether to do it pre 6 months or post 6 months. For any of you that don't know, you ideally need to own the property for 6 months before refinancing. If you do own it and then refinance after 6 months, then you've got more lenders, more options available to you. You can do it before the 6 month mark, however, not as many lenders want to jump in, and of course they might charge you a higher rate for the benefit of doing that. So I am still thinking this will achieve £80,000. Given the other properties that have sold recently on this street and on nearby streets, the £80,000 should definitely be achievable, especially with the spec of this property. And in terms of rent, well, I was pretty blown away. I had a couple of agents come out to me yesterday. I'd bought the property, obviously keeping it as a buy-to-let. I bought the property with about a rental income of about £500 to £525 in mind. You know, if I got 525, I was thinking, yeah, that would be really good. And well, they came out yesterday and said, well, Justin, one a few doors down is literally just rented out for £550. We've taken a deposit on it, and that one's not in as good condition. So hopefully, with all being said, all being good, this should get at least £550. Really, it deserves £575 given the finish and the layout of it. So we're going to try for £575, which it is worth. So that's really exciting news, of course, because that's just extra cash flow, extra profit, which will go into my pocket, which is brilliant. And as I say, I think with the amount of money I've spent on this in terms of the kitchen, the bathroom, and making it look nice, I think it deserves a good rent, a good tenant, and it will be worth it in the long run. You know, you've got to play the long game after all.